Wow, have I really not talked about my all-time favorite game, Yoshi's Island? It's kind of bizarre considering I know that I've made a bunch of videos about it in the past. I think I made a top 10 best levels list at one point. I've talked about it numerous times. I've mentioned I've mentioned how I love the visuals, the art, the music, the gameplay. I have said that it's my favorite game of all time. And having played through it again recently, over and over and over again, I maintain that statement. Like, this is the absolute peak of Nintendo content for me. The game is bright, it's colorful, it has great gameplay, it has great mechanics, it's accessible, it's complex. Like, there's a lot going on behind the scenes. There's a lot of stuff, crazy boss fights, unique levels, every single world, like gorgeous visuals that I swear are even better today than they are when they first came out, due to people's increasing appreciation for more creative art styles rather than realism. A unique life mechanic, like rather than simply losing a health bar or getting hit twice, your mission is to protect Mario from kidnappers. So you have to like make sure you don't lose baby Mario. There, the game is basically perfect. Like, this is something that I would describe as being like a true 10 out of 10. Like, endlessly replayable, like incredibly compelling from the moment you first turn it on to the moment you die. You are going to be fun. You are going to love this game. It's incredible that they took like a character like Yoshi, who had like, a bit part in Super Mario World, like the sidekick character, and made such a compelling, fresh, original platforming adventure, a true game starring Yoshi with this. Like, it's phenomenal. This is Shigeru Miyamoto's masterpiece. This is the game, I think, that kind of proves that Miyamoto is not just like all hype and no substance. Like, this is a game that transcends even his own reputation. It's so good. And I think we should take a moment to talk about why, which is, of course, one of the reasons I started this series on Nintendo Classics, specifically to talk about, like, niche Nintendo games, but you have to talk about, like, the legit 10 out of 10 classics, too. So, okay, so Yoshi's Island. Yoshi's Island is simple enough to understand, right? It's simple enough to get through, but the way it's structured is just brilliant. So, the game is a standard platformer at its core, right? You go from left to right and try to clear the level, but each level is incredibly creative. It has a lot of going on. They have unique enemies, unique obstacles. They're all wildly different, and in each and every level, there is a scoring system. So, in order to clear the level properly, to truly 100% it, in order to truly 100% the game, you can't just go through it. You're gonna have to like explore and find every little secret. You're gonna have to like find all 5 flowers, all 20 red coins, and have 30 stars. And the star mechanic is tied to your life bar. So if you have 30 stars, that means you have like 30 HP. But if you get hit, you're going to lose those stars. So they're going to go down. And so if you get hit too much, it's going to be impossible to beat the level. So this game kind of has this unique scoring mechanic that's tied to your to the unlockables of the game. So you're not going to be able to play like the bonus levels and truly 100% the game unless you do everything. And it gives you a really interesting incentive to go back and play these levels over and over and over again, to figure out everything, to solve every puzzle, to use the mechanics to the fullest, to explore every nook and cranny, to do everything in your power to not get hit in order to like achieve your goals, in order to get that 100 mark and move on, be one step closer to 100%ing the game. Like, it's a lot like Super Mario 64 in that regard, in which like it doesn't feel as if you've truly beaten the game unless you've gotten everything. Like, actually getting everything in the game, 100%ing like all the bonus levels and getting through that last final castle, it's an incredibly satisfying experience. Like, it is It is incredible. It is well worth the effort. If you haven't done it already, I highly recommend it. But this game, the real magic of this game is that it's not just for completionists. Like, this is something that a really young gamer can play and reasonably enjoy a lot, actually. Like, because of the variety, because of the bosses, because of the crazy shit you encounter. Like, this game is, I wouldn't call it brutal or difficult or anything like that. But it manages to really balance being a difficult, challenging, fun, engaging platformer while being engaging to its target audience, younger kids. Like, in a way, I think this game kind of encompasses the Nintendo philosophy in general, in that it's their games are made for everyone. They're made so that anyone can jump in and enjoy. And I think I first played through the game when I was very, very young. I legit think it's probably one of the first games I ever seriously tried to beat, right? And I'm not even sure if I did it myself properly or not. I think I might have had there might have been an older person there helping me, but I remember the final boss, seeing that for the first time, being blown away by it, and then as an adult, going back and playing it again, and just, in a way, just my appreciation for it just grew with time, in a way. Back then it was just another game, but as an adult, it's one of the best games I ever played. Seeing Baby Bowser for the first time, right? That is mind blowing for a kid, and incredible gaming moment. Top 10 video game encounters in general, right? Phenomenal boss fight. Love it, love it, love it. Love that game. So, love that fight. Throwing eggs is satisfying. There's a lot of things they can do. They can skip across water. You can bounce them off walls. You can collect items with them. They're not just for combat. They have a lot of utility. Yoshi's mechanics in general feel like they're designed to have a lot of things you can do with them. Flutter jumping is. The jumping in this game feels great. You have flutter jumping. You can technically flutter jump indefinitely, but the way it's designed is that it has a little bit of lag, so you're always going to be falling just a little bit. So it kind of feels like you're never ever going to fail, but then you're going to fail a lot, and it's kind of a weird feeling. Incredible move. Love it. The tongue, just eating enemies is so satisfying. You can spit them out. They roll around the ground. You can slam them into other enemies. Ground pounding poles to explore new areas. Finding hidden switches and finding crazy hidden areas. There's so much here that just makes this game endlessly replayable. And there's one especially top secret area that I don't think a lot of people know about. Which I probably should demonstrate it on stream at some point, but there's so much crazy stuff in there. It's hard not for me to consider this the best game ever made.